Gear Hangs.
Episode 2.
Episode number 2. Here we are.
And coffee.
And coffee. Ting.
Okay.
Here. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Boom.
Alright.
I'm drinking a Peruvian today.
Drinking the old Ethiopian from...
Ye old Ethiopian.
Revler?
Yeah, dude, we're drinking Revelator today.
Yeah, we are.
Little buy one, get one vibes on retail coffee. So, doing that.
Dig it.
Sweet, so we're talking about Namm today.
Winter Namm.
Winter Namm in particular, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Just got over this past weekend, and it is in the week now, and we're going to talk about it.
Let's.
So let us commence talking about Winter Namm 2017.
Correct. Cool, first on the list, Chase Bliss Audio.
Dude.
They released... Hold on, let's just take a step back. Chase Bliss Audio. Holy heck.
Dude.
Everything.
Joel and his team.
Killing the game, man.
So good.
Killing the game.
So good.
Everything. Spectre, Total Recall.
Spectre, you mean automated whale noises?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So good.
So awesome.
So good.
So to go along with all those already awesome pedals, they released an overdrive pedal. Except, hear me out. It's an overdrive, fuzz, distortion, boost. You can stack it parallel, series, sideways, up, down, left, right. Any way you want. Dip switches on the back, knobs on the front. It MIDI.
My head is spinning.
I don't know. Presets, everything.
That's
the whole 9
crazy.
yards.
And that was a collaboration with a company called Resonant Electric. I want to say electronic, but it's Resonant Electric.
Really?
Yeah, it's
cool.
I'm drawing a blank on his name, but it's a gentleman out of Minnesota as well who
Right.
created like a totally like not based off anything circuit. Original, that's the word. Original like overdrive circuit, which like doesn't really happen anymore. So they teamed up, and Joel created a circuit to complement that guy's circuit.
And they have the Brothers Overdrive.
Brothers happened, yeah.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It looks good. It's the pedal that like I don't necessarily even want it, but like it's so cool, you know?
I think I'm gonna get my hands on it just to like play around for a little while.
I know, I'm just like so many options, you know, it stresses me out. But
It's a great studio tool.
that's true.
You can get any sound you want, pretty much.
There it is. You're pleading with me to get this pedal.
I am.
It's desperate. I can
is.
feel it.
Yeah, I know. I kind of want to play it.
Dude, you should get it.
I should get it.
Just
Cool.
drop them cash. Yeah.
Drop some cash. Okay. Cool. Moving on down the list here. Walrus Audio. My dudes over there are putting out 3 main pedals, and then a whole line of utility stuff.
Yes.
And the whole line of utility stuff is just great.
Whoever the artist they work with,
dude,
he kills it. Their art is so good.
It's some guy in Oklahoma City, man. He's really killing it.
So ever since I saw, well, it wasn't actually the Janus first, but it was the Voyager that I first saw.
Yeah.
That I was like, man, that is a cool looking pedal. And then they like all are just like that.
They're
cool.
all awesome.
Yeah, they're cool.
And they've only just been getting better because they're releasing V2s as well with totally different artwork, different colors.
Dude,
the Paranova series.
I say that Paranova version of
the Bell.
No, not the Bellwether, the Luminary, dude. Oh my gosh, it was so cool.
It was so hot, dude.
It's like, man.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've got 3 pedals coming out. The first one's a tremolo called the Monument. It's a harmonic tremolo.
Yeah, that one's been in the works for a long time. It
has.
They did that like Summer Namm of 16, and I remember you telling me about that like a long time ago. It's like, man.
Yeah. But they finally got it done, and I think it's coming out in April.
Okay.
I think. Check their website for that or social media.
Get all your facts from the internet, not our opinions.
Not us. These are just opinions. Some facts.
Mostly facts.
Yes.
That's not true.
That's not true at all. Going on, they also have a high gain distortion coming out called the Red Distortion.
Mm-hmm.
And I did have a chance to play that while I was in Oklahoma City over the break.
Nice.
And played it through like an orange 100 watt.
Oh, dude. Like that orange 100 watt I've got right there.
Right there? Yeah, dude. It's awesome. It sounded so good. Just like it helped complement the amp in such a nice way, and really chuggy. You can play just some really, really nice.
Yeah, you really are in tune with the metal scene.
Totally in tune with the metal scene,
Mr.
man.
Chicken Pickin'.
Oh,
Supreme over here.
Supreme. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about that, but it looks cool.
Yeah, it sounded great too.
It's like a different, more tweakable iron horse kind of, but different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not at all like
Probably.
Brown horse.
And then finally they have a modulated digital delay with what I believe to be as a tap tempo. I haven't done my research on it like I should have, but
I hope it's got tap tempo. Yeah. The digital delays without tap tempo just are dumb.
I would
They
agree with
just
that.
are dumb. Like, why?
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
I know literally nothing about pedals, but about making pedals.
Right.
But I feel like it can't be that hard, you know? Because everybody does it.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we'll see when it comes out. I mean, they already have all the videos out on it and stuff, so
That's true.
we'll have to go check that out. But it's called the ARP-87. What a sweet name.
Seriously.
Then again, sweet artwork. I think it's got like a spaceship on it or something.
Heck yeah, dude.
Anyways, yeah, really, really cool.
Let's do it.
So I'm stoked for those guys. Have those coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to get my hands on them.
That'll be dope. Speaking of pedals,
Yeah.
JHS came out with some stuff. Kind of like 2.5 pedals this time around. So the first thing was a Ryan Adams signature pedal called the VCR.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a volume / like boost circuit, and then a chorus and a reverb section. Each section is independently toggle switchable on and off, so you can turn on like 1 or 2 or 3 effects at a time, and just kind of pick and choose. And it's pretty much like a Ryan Adams sound in a box, which I also feel like is a Tears for Fears sound in a box.
Not
Which-
complaining.
Is a lifestyle, not a band you listen to. Just
It's a
by the
lifestyle.
way.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely
that's our running joke. That I don't need to explain that.
Don't explain it.
Just listen to Tears for Fears. They're so good.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's that pedal. Second pedal is a collaboration with Milkman Amplification, and it is called The Milkman. And it's a slapback delay / boost cut kind of combo pedal.
Such a great idea.
It really is. So the idea behind it was to create a slapback delay where, because on most delay pedals, the section of the pot, the amount of turn you get that's slapback is
Right.
really small. So they're like, why don't we make a pedal that the entire time pot is dedicated to slapback? So just basically a really low delay time. So it's similarly I don't know, maybe like a DM2 or something where it's got like DM2's max 330 milliseconds, and maybe this one's got 200 or I haven't looked it up. Go to the internet for your facts.
Hey, really? I didn't know about the DM2.
Mm-hmm. It's really short. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's pretty much use it for slapback or just don't. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Wow. Cool.
But you can get it modded for longer. Analog Man does that and all that stuff.
Why would you want it to be longer?
Because it sounds really good, dude.
That's true.
But
Get that.
get a memory boy for that, dude. I want a big box memory boy. Memory man, not a memory boy.
Memory
Dude,
man.
the big old
Vintage-
memory
the
mans
vintage
from the
ones?
90s.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
They sound so good.
Yeah, they're killer.
Just lush and chorusy.
Let's listen to some. I know I'm really late to this train, but I was listening to some All the Bright Lights today for the first time.
Wait, really?
And
Whoa.
dude.
No, man, he was rocking the blue one, the tap tempo,
Yeah.
the 1100 or something.
Oh Lord, that sounds good.
Oh, I know, dude.
Oh.
I know.
Anyways, the Milkman.
James Duke.
Um,
Milkman. That's Milkman.
Milkman. So the boost cut section is kind of cool, and I feel like this is a result of working with an amp designer is that you approach things in a different way. Obviously, the boost side of the pedal is kind of your typical. You're running a clean amp. You want to hit it hard. You hit the boost on. It's the amp. It breaks up. But the interesting thing I think is that the Milkman guy was specific about wanting the pedal to play well as a cut function. So when your amp is really driving itself, when you hit that boost pedal, it's gonna cut down to clean basically, and so your input is reduced, so it's not hitting it as hard. Which I've never even tried that because
It's always more and more. And
yeah,
more.
I've had an EP booster and stuff like that, and it's always, it's 0 or up from there is just boost. So yeah,
Right.
it's kind of interesting. I'm interested to see what that would sound like.
Or if it changes the color of the tones.
Yeah, and I feel like it could be good for more of a class A kind of the worship guys doing the edge of breakup kind of matchlessy thing. Because my deluxe reverb doesn't necessarily break up as nice as something, it's just different vibe.
vintage, though.
Yeah, different vibe, but And then the point .5, the last pedal JHS kind of released or reissued was the Calhoun. That's Mike Campbell's signature pedal, and it's like one side is a twin 12, the other side is like a tone bender type fuzz. And basically, to give you some background, the first version of this pedal was released in like a super small batch. It was like 250, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And because it had some like magic diode or clipping, blah blah blah. And so yeah, basically like it was sold out before it even got released, and so everybody's like, man, they were just trying to create a pedal that would make hype and blah blah blah.
No,
you know, everybody's kind of
being
being pissy. So Josh came back and they reissued it as like an unlimited pedal. They found a way to make it again, and he says it sounds even better. They did some circuit tweaks and it sounds good. So I doubt we'll ever have an original one to compare, but I'd like to get my hands on one of the new ones. I think that'd be cool.
I mean, I don't know. The state lines that they made a while back are still popping up on like Gear Talk classifieds. See them everywhere.
That's because people are realizing people held on to them because they thought they were going to be worth a lot, and then they reissued the Morning Glory with the high gain side. That was the only reason the state line
Wait, is that what the state line is?
That's the only reason the state line would go for so much was because it was an All American and it was which was discontinued, which turned into like the Charlie Brown essentially, and then it was a high gain Morning Glory.
Interesting.
But now they've got the red box and it kind of does that. So that's why there's, I don't know if you noticed, but the prices on those are tanking. Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I should really keep my eyes open more.
Dude, just walk around with your eyes closed, head in a bag. Live your life, you know?
Yeah, I totally will. Fender.
Yeah.
What do they got?
They've got some guitars.
Correct.
Sweet, next thing. I'm just kidding.
Moving on.
Yeah, so Fender this year has kind of made some lineup changes. They got rid of the American Standard line of guitars and are moving into the American Professional line of guitars. With that comes kind of a whole new batch of like new finishes and some kind of upgrades, I think, and I could be totally talking about right here, but I'm pretty sure they're like upgraded to bone nut and like, I don't know, some more just like reworked pickups and just some things that are supposedly better. I'm sure they probably cost more too. That's another fact that we did not look up because this is a show of opinions.
Again.
But the cool thing I thought that kind of caught my attention was some of the Namm stuff. And this may be more in the custom shop than in the American Professional series, but they are rolling out some gnarly finishes, dude, in that custom shop.
A couple of those pictures.
Like some natural jazz masters that just like look so good.
Dude, and some flame maple strats.
Yeah, right? It almost looked like an Ibanez or something. Like
something crazy.
Like something just like rowdy, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Like open that circle pit right up, rowdy.
Ooh. Now we're talking. Oh, baby.
Yeah, so
that's
cool to see. I don't know, it's cool to see a big company like kind of stop and focus like on some attention to detail and like show that like, oh, they can still make like really high-end guitars with really cool finishes and compete with, you know, the boutiques like the Veritas and Built and companies like that that are kind of crushing it right now. So
that's right.
Yes.
Cool. So moving on, Creation. Kind of got some crap in the past with...
weird, man.
I know. Last 7 months have been kind of weird for them, but I think they're making a comeback.
Totally.
They acquired Risen Amplification. How long ago?
I don't know. It's probably been 3 months, I think. I don't know. October or November, I think.
That sounds about right. So they acquired Risen Amplification and they did a whole rebrand, new logo, everything.
Totally.
And now they have Creation amps, and they've released a couple. So, like, I think one's called the Milano 18 or Milano 50.
Yeah. There's
a couple more. And then a ton of new, like, Tolex options and all that stuff.
Yeah, they've got some really cool finishes. And they're doing some unique things on the amp side, too. I saw the other day there's, like, an amp that... It's basically like having 2 amps in one, so you can run stereo. So it's, like, kind of two... I haven't, like, totally looked into it, but I just saw, like, a little description. It was, like, it's got one side that's like a volume and a tone, and then another side that's like a volume and a tone, and you've got a 212 cab that splits, so you can basically run your big skies and your timelines and your big stereo computers into it, and like run stereo with one amp, which I think is really cool because nobody's really doing that.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, old vintage stuff from like the 50s.
Yeah.
Kind of, but no one like current except for them. Yeah, it's really good.
So I think that's cool, and then obviously they're redesigned pedal boards. Big
So
shout
nice.
out to John and his whole team for getting around that whole debacle. That being said, I think if you own I guess it was a patent or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty valid that you back up your patent. So I'm not pissy at Pedal Train at all about that, because like it's their business, and if someone was like infringing on, my design, then I'd probably be unhappy about it. But what is interesting is that like it feels like there's a ton of pedalboard companies infringing, and like why Creation, I guess the ones who got called out, I guess they were getting kind of big, but
yeah, they were blowing up because they were doing like, I mean, they do road cases,
Yep.
and they're doing pedal boards, amps, like the whole 9 yards. I mean, they're even doing the wood slats on volume pedals.
yeah, but a lot of that they were doing, they didn't like ramp stuff up until the
branding was really just.
But anyways, the new pedal boards are sweet, man. The options to throw those side things on, and if you want Tolex or wood or whatever you want,
So nice.
being able to choose that, I think, is like really cool. So
yeah,
a little personalization there.
Super rad.
Totally.
Yeah. 64 Audio released 18 driver IEMs. I don't really know how I feel about that, because I don't know. I love 64 Audio. Just want to throw that out there.
They're
I bought
a quality company. Yes.
I bought a set of in-ears from them back when they were 1964 in-ears. Before they changed into
before they were cool, yeah.
Before they were
bro.
cool,
I was into it before everybody else.
Super hipster, I'm talking about.
Oh man, everybody should have just.
Anyways, but I bought them 4 years ago. They're still rocking and rolling.
Totally.
And I bought V3s. I'm a guitar player. Like, that's all. I think that's really all you need.
Yeah.
I would, if I got new ones, I'd probably get 6 drivers for the heck of it. But I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about having 18.
36 total, my dude.
Yeah, like
Right?
how.
That's like.
I don't know.
And granted, I don't build IEM, so I don't really understand the science side of that, but like that little in-ear has like double the amount of like speakers that exist in my car, and like I've got a nice sounding car, so like
Your car does sound good.
it does sound good. It's got a sub and everything, like, so all that to be said, man, like I think it's a technological achievement, and I think it's really cool, but like for me, if I was gonna drop $3 to $4 grand on a pair of in-ears,
Dude, I have a feeling this would be like 6K.
I don't even know, but yeah,
Probably up there.
let's pretend they're 3 and we're in La La Land. Like, dude, like you can buy like a DC-30 or a car or like a lot of things for $2,000, and I just feel like even getting V6s, they're like 800 or 600 or something.
V6s, I think,
know
for
they make it.
1,200 or something.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, pretty expensive.
Yeah, the Adele stuff really bumped up.
Mhm.
Gosh, I forgot about that, dude. But nonetheless, I mean, even 12, like, if you're like really professional and legit, then rock it. But I think I don't know, I find the most interesting is that like it's mostly like all church guys who end up like buying these $4,000 in-ears and these just insanely nice gear, and like I feel like a lot of the reason those things exist is to like protect hearing, and also so you can hear yourself in loud spaces, and like churches aren't loud, man. Everything's controlled.
They're not that loud.
Everything's controlled nowadays. Amps are in ISO booths, and drums are in shields, and I don't know, it's just, I mean, if the market's there, then rock and roll, but
yeah, just thought I'd bring it up because it's kind of weird to me.
It is interesting.
Like, even on like big arena tours, like even some of those guys, I mean, I've got buddies who are doing that, and they're rocking just 6 drivers.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, man, like, I don't think you need more than that. Anyways.
Yeah, but again, no shade at the company, because
no, they're killing the game.
They're definitely like crushing it, but on a personal level, I just don't think I could ever do 18 drivers. But
kind of weird,
Yeah.
Mono has a new board coming out. I think they have a new line of boards.
Okay.
They have. I don't know. I think they're really cool because some of them can fit in like the Mono tick bag that fits on like your double case, which is like great for fly dates.
Totally.
But yeah, they have. It's like die cast aluminum, laser engraved, laser cut board. Yeah.
Made with.
I thought it was cool.
The hair of Jesus, woven with the clay from beneath the pyramids.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I thought they were really cool. I thought I'd bring them up because I love mono.
You've got that humidified double guitar backpack Supreme.
I like it a lot, dude.
It's awesome.
I can run everywhere with that thing. And it's flight safe and all that.
Dude, and you do run everywhere.
I run marathons, man.
Dude, he runs everywhere. Let me tell you, it's weird. I tell him that, dude, you shouldn't run everywhere, but he keeps just...
I can't help it, man.
He keeps running, dude.
Running! Yeah, I don't know.
Is that a Reliant K reference, or is that just you singing running?
Both.
Maybe both. I'm cool with that.
Me too.
Sweet.
I thought I'd bring them up. They're really cool. I think you'd go check them out. New prices are going to be on the website. They should be up now. But if you're looking for like a super lightweight thing to go, I don't know, do fly dates or fit in their own mono cases, like go for it.
For sure.
And finally, not to exclude everybody else that was at Namm.
There was no one else at Namm. Just these these eight points that we're pointing out.
Yeah. There's just so much there, but these are the ones that we thought were really, really rad. So finally, Supro Guitars coming back. They released... Supro came back as a company and re-released those old amps that they did in the 60s, 70s, 80s?
Well, it was like 50s and 60s.
Yeah. And those amps were just as good, and this came out, 3 years ago? 4 years ago. Yeah. And then they're re-releasing their guitars. And they, from what I've seen, they sound and look awesome.
I've always wanted, there's a couple models, I've always wanted a Supro Belmont just because I attended Belmont for a little while. I just think that would be cool. And then there's a model called the Clermont, which is...
Is that the one with the single pickup?
No, it's basically like kind of like a 335 rip, basically. But it's got their kind of signature like trapezoid headstock, and it had, the one I was looking at, there's one on Reverb that had like a trim and gold foils and like it was red. It was cool, dude. It was like $600.
Wow.
I was like, man,
you gotta check that out.
I bet it plays like crud because it's probably been in a closet or like in a flood or something. But like, dude, it looks so cool. Yeah.
It probably sounds. It's probably just got vibe.
Probably.
Just like that trashy vibe, which is really rad. Put it on a wall. No, man,
play that junk.
Yes. There it is.
Sisters. Nope.
Not the case. Brothers, maybe. Brothers Overdrive?
No. Weak tie-in.
I tried. I really tried. So yeah, that's kind of what we thought was sweet for Winter Namm. There's definitely a whole lot more out there.
Totally.
That we didn't have time to cover or didn't want this video to be 4 days long. So we didn't cover it. This is what we thought was cool. Thoughts?
Yeah, this is what we thought was cool.
Cool.
If you guys thought anything else was cool, comment below and we'll chat about it with you.
Absolutely.
Also, if you like what you're hearing, even though this is just the second video, definitely hit that subscribe button, like, comment. That helps us out a ton to kind of get some traction and get this thing off the ground.
Get some feedback too.
Yeah, which I think would be good for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're just living in La La Land here, thinking we're crushing it. So, yeah, I don't really think that.
It's alright.
It's kind of awkward.
Cool. If you want to keep up with us on the old social media, follow us on Instagram where we post pictures of awesome gear that either we have or we've just seen on Instagram. And,
that's at Gear Hangs on Instagram.
Correct.
And I think Facebook is .com/Gear Hangs as well.
Yeah.
Something like that. Right. So whatever.
Cool. Well, this has been episode 2 about Winter Namm 2017. Hope you guys like it, and we'll see you next time for episode 3.